All right, so in the coming weeks, we're going to be having more and more webinars, and here's what you're going to be learning. I'm going to share some of these edges with you today. Now, edge number one is an edge specifically designed to keep you on the right side of the market. So hopefully you won't have to say, boy, why did I just buy the euro dollar? I should have been selling, and vice versa. This is a great edge, very simple edge, designed to keep you on the right side of the market. Now, the second edge we're going to give you is a setup for a 3 to 5 day move. Now, I know everyone doesn't, like to specifically maybe trade in this time frame. Some traders like to trade, smaller time frame, anywhere from an hour to 2 hours. Other traders would like to be in the trade 3 to 5 weeks. That's okay. This edge can be used for any direction in any time frame. We're just going to share it with you on a daily kind of a swing trading mode today. But you can apply this with just a few little variations to any time frame you'd like. Okay? In the coming weeks, we'll also tell you how to fine-tune your entries. It's not so much to know to be on the right side of the market and to have an edge, but you're also going to have to fine-tune the entry. All right? And then lastly, we'll show you a really great exiting technique. This is an exiting technique designed to capture a quick momentum move. So we'll share that with you. And then ultimately, we'll put everything together and create a trading strategy out of all the information I'm giving you. And out of this trading strategy, I'm going to show you the results, because this actually comes into one of our most basic strategies that we have, but probably one of the most successful strategies we have at specialisttrading.com. Okay, so I'm going to put all that together for you in the coming weeks. Today, we're going to just share with you the first two most basic edges. And as I said, I'm sure you've heard of these and I'm sure you've seen them before, but that's not the point. The point is, how do you execute them? There's so many people that know what, you should be trading with the trend. They know that you shouldn't be trying to pick tops and bottoms or whatever, but they continue to do it, or they continue to practice that philosophy, or they continue to add on to losing positions. It's all about execution. Okay, so I'd like to start out. Let's start at the presentation now. Let's look at this chart. And I want to ask you, has this ever happened to you? This is a daily chart here of the dollar yen, and as you can see here, we've had a really nice decline. Now, this is an older chart here, but we've had a really nice decline. And you've been looking at the dollar yen, and you've been thinking, boy, when is this thing going to stop? I want to jump into this, but I don't want to get in too early, but I need some type of, message or something to tell me that it's okay to get in. And all of a sudden, you have a really nice, strong up day. And maybe you're listening to some news or some commentator on TV, or perhaps, you're in a chat room and they're saying, oh, you got to buy the dollar yen. It's going to take off. So you jump in. You think this is the bottom. I want to, get in while, it's cheap, and hopefully it'll really rise really nicely. So you jump in and you purchase the dollar yen, and lo and behold, look what happens. The minute you buy it, kind of stalls, and by the end of the week, it's making lower lows. I'm sure that looks familiar to some people, right? How about this? Here's the British pound. British pound's been going straight up in this particular example here. All right? You haven't been doing anything. You missed the long trade, so you're not long this, but you want to catch it, once it tops out, in your opinion, and you want to go short. You want to sell. All right? So now it looks like it's finally starting to roll over, as you can see. As I said, maybe your chat room, everyone is saying you got to short the British pound. It's going to fall out of bed. It's too overbought. Okay? There's no reason why the British pound should be this high. Or you listen to some fundamental news and it says that it's a terrible purchase. You should actually be shorting it. So you want to, short it while it's at these high prices. So you short the British pound, and look what happens. It's going on to making higher highs later on. You just happen to sell right at the low of that little sell-off, okay? I'm sure everyone has seen this at some point, all right? What if there were a tool or some type of, advantage or an edge that could keep you on the right side, so that you weren't, buying, or I should say selling the British pound when you should have been buying it, and vice versa with the dollar yen? Well, there actually is. This is our first edge. This is the buy-sell line. All right, this is an extremely, extremely important tool that we use at Specialist Trading. In fact, all of our strategies, all of our methods, everything is defined by this buy-sell line. Okay, it's that important. We use this in virtually everything. It's so important, but at the same time, it's extremely simple. It's very, very simple, and the way to remember that is because it's just a 50-period simple moving average. That's all it is. But here's what we want you to do. Before you take a trade, before you analyze anything, before you listen to some trading guru, before you do your analysis, plot a 50-period simple moving average on the chart you're looking at. Does not matter if it's a 10-minute chart or if it's a monthly chart, but we want you to plot that chart, or that moving average. And here's what you have to do. In order to use the buy-sell line properly, All you have to do is ask yourself this question before each trade. You might want to write this down, but you have to ask yourself this question. You simply cannot blindly go in and buy or sell. And the question is, where is price in relation to that buy-sell line? Okay? Where is price in relation to that buy-sell line? And you're only going to come up with two answers, because if price is above, then you will only be looking to buy. If price is below, you're only going to be looking to sell. This is how simple this is, but I guarantee you 99% of you probably do not follow this rule. Now, when we say you're only going to be looking to buy, we don't mean you're going to buy at the market the minute it goes above the buy-sell line, or you're going to short the minute it goes below. We're simply saying that if price is above that 50-period simple moving average, you're going to be looking for buy setups or buying opportunities. If price is below, you will only be searching for selling opportunities. But you're not going to try and pick a top, and you're not going to try and pick a bottom. It's a recipe for disaster. It may work 9 times out of 10, but that 10th trade, you'll give everything back. Trust me. All right, let's look back at our old examples again. Here's that dollar-yen example I gave you earlier. Now, remember, we originally wanted to purchase this because we thought it bottomed out. But then look what happened. We had a nice little bounce that quickly faded out. And after that, we were left holding the bag, and we, thought we were picking a bottom, and it turned out to be a loss. Now, what if we had added the buy-sell line? All right, we add our buy-sell line, and we ask ourselves, where is price in relation to that buy-sell line? Well, price is below. All right, so we have no business at all even considering buying. We should be only looking for sell setups. Okay, do you see how simple this is? How about the other example in the British pound? All right, originally we thought, hey, this thing is way too high. It's overbought. All the indicators are saying this thing is overbought. The trading guru I subscribe to is telling me to short it, so I'll copy his trades and I'll go short. And then look what happened. It started to bounce, and you shorted right at the low. Well, if we had simply applied the buy-sell line, as you see here, we'd ask ourselves, where is price in relation to this buy-sell line, 50-period simple moving average? Price is above. So if price is above, we have no business even considering selling. We're only looking for buying opportunities. All right? So you see how simple this is. I'm not going to tell you that this is guaranteed to work 100% of the time. Nothing is. But this will really raise your probabilities for success. I'm seeing some questions one by one. Please wait till the very last 10 minutes, and I promise I'll answer every one. Just remember your questions. Okay, so this is one of the things that will elevate your trading just by simply applying this rule. Now, I know a lot of traders will say, I've heard of this before. Some of the online courses I've taken say to use a 20-period simple moving average. Others say to use 100 or even a 200. What's so different about this? Remember, there's nothing new or different about this. But as I said before in the example, it's all about execution. Go back and look at your winning and losing trades. If you have a record of them, go back and look. And I guarantee you, if you went long and you lost, most of those will be below the buy-sell line. And vice versa. If you shorted and it turned out to go against you, I guarantee you it was probably because you were above the buy-sell line. So, it's not about this being the newest and most advanced indicator that no one's ever heard of. It doesn't matter. What matters is if you're able to execute it properly. So many times I've taught this to students, and they still have problems with it. They'll, I'll have a mentoring student who will love what we do, and then, they'll go in and see, boy, this strategy fits perfectly. Everything falls into place. All the rules are all met. I'm going to go long. And I say, what's the first rule? Ask yourselves, where is price in relation to the buy-sell line? And then they see that whatever they're looking at, the euro or the Australian dollar, is below the buy-sell line. And I said, that's not a valid setup. You can't go long. So you always have to remember that, okay?